The stock of the day is brought to you by IG, Australia's #1 CFD provider. Trade over 17,000 markets with extended trading hours on key US shares and competitive spreads, all on an award-winning platform. Get started at IG.com.
And our stock of the day is Newscorp. It owns a majority stake, of course, in REA Group. Now, we actually covered REA yesterday, so you can catch up with that review and analysis for yesterday's show. But let's focus on the bigger company in Newscorp. Now, REA has bought a controlling stake in the Canadian company that does virtual 3D tours of properties. The Murdoch family does control REA, has bought nearly 2/3 of Planetar. That's what REA has picked up. It owns iGuide in Canada, which is the property imaging market leader apparently in North America. Grady, let's start with you. As mentioned, we did REA, and you can mention that obviously also, but interesting what's going on in media related stocks at the moment. Of course, we've got we've got that potential tie-up between Seven West and Southern Cross. Yeah. But this is a global player, isn't it?
It is a global player. I generally like Newscorp as a company. It's a great company, has its kind of finger in every pie and really good areas. Dow Jones, real estate, property, services online. It's dual listed as well in the New York Stock Exchange, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, and there's a lot to love about the company. I think the sell-off today is simply because 21% of Newscorp revenue comes from REA Group, and REA is trading on quite a high valuation right now. So investors might be concerned that the upside potential of this acquisition will limit the upside growth of REA's earnings as well, whilst paying a premium for a company like they have in Canada. It is good to diversify earnings and to look into this space, but looking at the company itself, I'm not sure how AI is going to disrupt the industry of virtual property imaging. So what I mean by that is you look on AI now and it can virtually do anything. And so whether in the future you're going to see companies coming out with a lower cost model, a really low cost model to do virtual tours and 3D tours and AI versions of what this company does in Canada, it could be a disruptor to the market. So that might be the fear of investors today. But I think News Corp, as you mentioned, is probably caught up in the sell-off of the medias at the moment because there's a lot of consolidation happening. Well,
also there's a focus on too, I guess, for REA Group, and they're trying to head off potential greater competition from Domain, because that's now been taken over by the American giant CoStar.
Yes, exactly. So that could be a play in mind here. But I think it's probably a hold for News Corp. I do, again, love the company. It's a solid company, does all the right things. I just think there's a little bit of murkiness right now.
Sanjee.
Yeah, News Corp is not one that we follow, which is funny because we do follow REA. But from what we see in News Corp, the return on equity isn't very high. It's not. I mean, they've had some growth, but it's kind of been a bit volatile at the News Corp level in terms of its profitability and its returns over the last 10 years. So it's not something that we spend a lot of time looking at in Teaminvest. REA, on the other hand, is a better proposition for us. That looks like a better organisation. This acquisition that they're making, I don't know. I couldn't find a lot of details on it, and I'm sure Grady was able to, but I was looking up some announcements. I couldn't see REA announce it. I just saw more in terms of articles. So if they haven't announced it to market, I'm thinking, how big is this actually? But I don't have that information. So, but again, the beneficiary will probably be REA. So if you're trying to decide between the two, I would personally go there. But News Corp itself, there's nothing that exciting for me. I wouldn't say it's bad, but there's nothing that exciting for me that would make me want to jump in and buy.
All right, so no, essentially. No. Okay, but do like REA, obviously. All right, that is our stock of the day, News Corp.
The stock of the day was brought to you by IG. Trade over 12,000 shares and ETFs, including major tech giants with extended hours on an award-winning platform. Get started at IG.com.